Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to a Tuesday edition, October 8th, 2019, of Awesome Calls Trading Live Webinar Recap. I do these for a lot of people that are in the room and, of course, outside the room, just to see what we do in our daily regimen of Awesome Calls Trading. We're the type of room um, that really, we trade the news and the reason behind the move. Every stock we pick has got something going on. We trade a variety of different ideas. We don't, if believe me, if there's a penny stock out there and I like it, and the room likes it, we're going to run it. If there's a $3 stock and it's got some juice on it, some decent news, believe me, it'll be at $10 by the time we get done with it. But not every day you're going to find those. And not every day you're going to find that great stock that's going to run 400% or 500%, you know? So when a day trader comes in and starts doing business, you got to be able to be in a room that will find you alternative ideas on a constant basis. Plus, you want to grow and mature as a trader. And what I mean by that is you don't want to be one of these one-dimensional traders that say to yourself, have you ever, you go on Twitter or you talk to people and, hey, what do you do? Oh, I like the short stocks only. Okay. And then you talk to another guy or girl. What do you do? Oh, I long. I've never shorted in my life. I don't short. Yeah, I don't short. So what's wrong with that? Uh, and you know what it comes down to? Nobody's really showed them. Nobody's educated them. Nobody's taught them. And then you get the other ones like, oh, I don't trade big cap stocks. Why? Well, my account's not that big. Well, how much money do you have? 10,000. So you have a $10,000 account. You have up to 100,000 buying power on a margin, and you can't play big stocks. You need to be in our room. Then you get traders that are just we got to the first initial thing, especially in this room, we get the dead deer in headlight crew. These are just people that freeze, and it happens a lot. All right, and it happens a lot. For me, I don't freeze. I'm not a deer in headlights unless I tell you, like, oh man, I missed that. Man, I was a deer in headlights on that. I have no problem telling you that. If I just stared at it. A deer in headlights trader is someone who just watches the move. Okay, and a deer in headlights is like a trader that will go, okay, it's going up, so I think I want to go long here. No, it'll probably stop. I should go long here. Nah, it probably stop. I'm gonna go long. You know what? I think that's the top. Oh man, I just missed it. Oh man, I should go long here. Oh, it should stop. No, it's probably gonna come. Oh man. Oh, and then what does he do? This is what he does. I'm gonna long here, and the stock pulls. And you know what that trader does? He starts throwing things, breaking things, and saying he's the worst trader in the world, and he blames himself. He calls himself names. He's just like, look, see, the stock's against me. The whole world hates me. The stock market's rigged. As soon as I buy it, it's going to come down. Do you know how I know all this shit? Because I used to be that guy. You know, I keep telling you, traders, over and over and over. Why do people win in NBA championships? Why were the Chicago Bulls so successful when, uh, you know, why are Golden State so successful? You know, and AJ, have you a camera in my trading room? Because okay, so think about it. Phil Jackson, he won an NBA championship. He was part of the New York Knicks. He comes in and talk about egos. I mean, he had to deal with Scotty, Dennis Rodman. I mean, Michael Jordan. I mean, come on. You can't just go to Michael Jordan and go, I want you to do this. No, Michael Jordan. It's just Michael. Michael. I think if you can just trust your people, I think we can get more out of him. He had a certain way to come out people. That's how I am in Awesome Calls Trading. I know not everyone's going to think like me. I have some of the most amazing day traders in here. Dark Side, B Trades, Fire. I mean, Gianni, guys that have been around the block for years and years that understand, come from penny stock land to trading all types of stuff. So, I've got a lot of talent around here, but with me, I'm more raw. And what I mean by raw is I really get in the nitty gritty of the emotional and the background of why the stock's going to make a move. And 99% I'm right. All right. And I'm going to show you a perfect example of being right. And not just right. And that's why our room breeds success. You know, I always keep telling you too that if you're in a room, and you ask the guy, how long you been trading? 5 years, 6 years. Okay. Think for 1 second. The most you're going to learn from that person is what that person has learned in 5 or 6 years. That's it. That is your growth. And then you'll get tired and you move the fuck on. And you find out that that person really doesn't know enough. They keep doing the same thing. And if you're in that room and you go, why can't we trade Domino's pizza? You're fucking muted. Get the fuck out. That's it. That's it. And then you get a lot of rooms where they really want to, they, I hate to say it, but they want to keep you down. They don't want to grow you. They want to keep you fucking down. They want to keep you simple, stupid. So that way you depend on them, you know, for everything. And, you're so dependent that you don't care just, because you need them. Okay. Well, in ACT, I've been through it all. I've been in some of the shittiest fucking rooms. I've experienced just bullshit. I've, I didn't really, honestly, I really didn't learn anything except how to lose money in those rooms. And I told myself, fuck, if I ever today open up a chat room and I get good enough where I earn people's respect and I get good enough to be able to teach and I get good enough to keep making money and I'm consistent, I want to tell everyone everything. I don't want any limits on on the people that come in there. I want them to see what I see. And they're never going to get it right away, especially newbies that come in, especially from the penny stock lands. No, but you're not going to get it right away. But if you just watch and observe a real pro, somebody's been trading 10, 15 years, really got their teeth in it and trades with you, and you hear him, I'm long, tells you I'm long here, tells you why he's long, explains to you. Have you seen now more and more of these fucking piece of shit rooms out there are starting to talk like us? I see it all the time. I see one guy go, "Oh, I want to start doing my video recaps in my room now." Where the fuck were you for the last couple of years? I see other ones doing, I tell you the entry, exit, and the why. Oh my God, really? I mean, then I see people, oh, no home runs, like Mike Perdue said. It's like, everybody wants to be like us. In the end, the largest chat room in the world, to be honest with you, is probably right here. It's probably right here. Do you know why? Because we have so many fucking asshole rooms that feed off our energy, feed off our calls to keep subs in their rooms because they haven't been around the block. So the best way is to go in the best chat room in the fucking world that knows stocks better than any other, like a real pro, you know, and just copy them and just put out their calls so you can keep their people. So it's easier to do it that way than to be honest with the people that you bring in and say, I don't know. I'm never going to be that way. I'm just going to get better and better and better and better. And for somebody who says, oh, I've been trading for 3 years, AJ's now 17 years. Somebody says, I've been trading 5 years, AJ's over 22 years. Experience will always rule. Always. Because you have to be able to trade in every kind of market, not just a bull market, not just a short seller market, any kind of market. When the housing market crashes, boom, AJ's right here. When fucking recession comes and houses are dropped and a $5 million house is worth 50 grand, AJ's right here. Okay? Hey, just short that, short that, short that, short that, short that. I'm ready. If we're on a bull run for the next 4 years and the Dow hits 35,000, hey, anybody can trade that market. Just, just buy Amazon at 2 grand and wait for it to hit four. I mean, come on. I mean, trading it's not only an art, it's a job. And you got to treat it like a job. And you got to love it. You can't like it. If you're a day trader, say, I like it. It's funny. I was at a dinner party the other day with a bunch of doctors, and I was invited, and they're just doctor, doctor, husband and wife, doctor, 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 and everyone was like, and I'm there by myself, and I'm just chilling, observe. I observe because, I'm 53 years old, and these people are in their 50s, and I swear they look like my dad and mom. And you know what they said to me after I talked for 10 minutes at the dining table? You know what they said to me? Can you tell us about your life? That's what they said to me. What? Excuse me? How do you get up? What do you do? And I asked, what is it about my life? Because you're just so different. God, it made me feel good. And then I started talking about what I do. And half of them were so fascinated, their jaws dropped. And then the other half, you know how doctors are, right? They overanalyze. Well, isn't trading gambling? My gosh, where can I just punch this guy? Uh, Nobody can predict the movement of a stock. That's just all hogwash. Oh my God. Oh my God. You should see me. Talk about self-constraint. Yeah. I was just watching it and I watching it and I was just like, I was listening and like, wow. And then the other half were like, can I come over to your house? Can I just watch you? I'll pay you, you know? And, so you're not going to convince everyone in your life that day trading is a way to make a living, but it is. It is if you're in the right environment with the right people. Awesome Calls Trading has been around for 6 years. You know, we actually next week will be our 6 year anniversary. We're going to be going on 7 years. Isn't that magnificent? We've handled all the trolls, all the assholes, all the haters. We built 14 chat rooms since we started. I mean, what does that say? You know, I'm going to show you how you can make money in day trading, being in the right room. I want to show you specific trades and calls that we did. And it's all because of knowing the move before it moved. I want you to think about that statement. You hear it a lot because that's our saying. Know the move before the move. What does that mean? That means that you can anticipate where a stock's going to go before the bell even rings. And when you can get that fucking good, you're on top. I'm going to show you a trade we did today. The stock was called, there was two magnificent plays. One was Amberella. Now, Amberella reported that Hikvision got blacklisted or is going to be blacklisted. All right. Hikvision is a very big part of Amberella. So Amberella got pulled back 9 points. Now, when I saw that, I immediately went into professional day trader, AJ Trader, the savant, the trader that can see things before it even happens. I became AJ. There's only one of me out there in the world, no matter how many people try to copy me, right? That's why there's no other competition. Nobody competes with us. I don't look at anybody who competes with me. All I saw in that stock was $53. That's what I saw. I said to myself, this is going to get bought back up. This news is kind of bullshit to me. I think it'll just kind of pass. And I think today is a buying opportunity. And this stock will touch $52 to $53 today. Now, I'm the only person in the world that will say that. I'm the only person in the world that will write that. Okay, I didn't need levels, Mac Daddies, McDonald's, VWAPs, CHIWAPs, ZWAPs. I didn't need lines, EMA, CMA, GMA, ANA, ELA, ALA, LA, Los Angeles. I didn't need anything. I just needed to look at the stock and say, this is where it's going. All right? And this is why. And I want you to look at this stock. If you had come into our room, it is your first day in, and you bought 30 shares, 50 shares, with 2,000 buying power, 3,000 buying power, You bought 250, 300, 400, 500. I want you to see where it went in the first 90 seconds. $52.50. This is how you pay your fucking bills. This is how it's done. If you had taken this trade with 100 shares, you would have made $300 in 90 seconds. And not just one person, all of you. This was a buying opportunity. It was written down and it's explained. And then I did say the stock will touch 53 and be done. I want you to see where the stock hit. 52.99. Okay. The next one, Domino's Pizza. Now, this one, you know what? I'm one of these kind of guys that goes on Twitter, and I don't really give a fuck what people think or say. I just want to give them a taste. So when I see Domino's Pizza down 15, 20 points, I fucking just laugh. And then they announce a $1 billion buyback. Are you kidding me? Fucking buy the stock. And I even said this morning, once this gets through two, I said, okay, first of all, it's going to pop at the open. All right, so long the stock, whatever you want, 200 shares, 300 shares, I don't give a fuck, 100 shares, 50 shares, it's going to pop. Once it gets to 230, it's going to go to 232 and then 234. And then I was done with it. I didn't need to trade no more. It gave me what I wanted, right? But the stock stopped. You know why? Because the good old CEO of Domino's Pizza got on the phone on the conference call and just talked it up. And that's what they're supposed to do. Besides, it was a beaten down stock. There was so much going good for it. You could not. There was no fucking way to you short that stock. I want you to look. There is not one fucking word that says short Domino's Pizza. This is a long. Even if it yanks, long. If it hits here, long. If this buying opportunity, this will go here to 235. There is nothing in the entire wording that says short the stock. Okay? It was done. Now, I ended up paying out 28 points today. That's not enough. Fuck it. I'm going to give you another one. Helen of Troy. None of you heard of that. You watched Troy the movie, right? It's on Netflix now. You got no clue what Helen of Troy. I mean, what? Is that a stock? Believe me, 8 years ago, I found out it was a stock too. I'm like, what is Helen of Troy? I thought it was a movie. But I saw this and I read the report, and the stock was gapping up 7. And the minute I read the report, I said to myself, no, 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 no. And that's where I come in as AJ Trader, as that savant, that trader who just is beyond the ordinary. When you read through the report, I actually give the indication to my traders it was a slight raise. And that word is very meaningful. That justifies my short thesis on the stock. So I told everyone to short the stock, and I said it would come down to 162.50. Do you realize this stock came down to $153? Look at this. You couldn't have covered at 152.50. Look where it came down. It just sold off. Do you know why? Because the numbers weren't that impressive. Now, it's a buying opportunity down here. There's no question. And there's a double pattern bottom at 154, 153.50. And then over the next few days, if I am a swing trader right now, this is my gift to you because you're in a shitty room. Um, but if the traders in here, I'd be buying 160, 162 calls all day long. I'll be buying those because that will rebound. Okay. The next stock that we did was what was it? Jeez, we did so many. Azure. Azure is another stock that we did today. This to me was a pure short. They sold a piece of their company, but as I explained in Awesome Calls Trading, this is not necessarily good. And so I wanted to short around the 9 area and just take it down to, I believe, $7.50. And the stock ended up right there at 7.86. I do think over the next few days it will come back down. So I felt this was a very nice short, and I called it a short, and I stayed very short thesis on it. The next one that we did was a stock called Shop. Now, what I love about Shop is when the market is pulling, this is the stock, the go-to stock. TDD. I don't know what TDD did. Did it held up? Yeah, it held up. Yeah, they just didn't want to snap it. I've stopped trading TDD now. I don't trade it anymore because it found its base. And it doesn't matter how much the market pulls, it won't sell off. But Shop is still in play. Now, Shop, I want you to look how I wrote this. I figured the market was going to just stay down most of the day. And so I said, listen, on Shop, this will pop at the open at 325. Now, I've calculated because I've traded this stock so much over and over and over. I understand this stock. It's like better than anybody. So if you're a put player, an option player, and you want to buy puts, look what I told you to buy. That's right. I said to buy 310 to 312 puts. Do you believe that? On a stock that hadn't even traded yet. It hasn't, there's no trade on it. But not only that, I told you, buy them when the stock pops at open. And you know where it's going to stop when it hits 3 at the open? It's going to go to 325. When it hits there, buy the puts. The stock is going to 312. No ands, ifs, or buts. You don't believe me? Think how much money you would have made buying the puts on this. Here's the pop it open at 325 per my notes. And what the fuck did I just tell you? There's the pull to 312. Have a nice fucking day. Now, did your room, can they do that? So Shop, I delivered what, 15, 20 points. Domino Pizza, 20, 25 points. Helen of Troy, 20, 25 points. That's 60 points already. And we have Amberella. You want to see another stock that we did today? You didn't even know this one was even out there. ABTX. Look at this one. Now this one hit the S&P 600. I like this trade today because it was a great short. I had this one selling out to 32.50, but it stopped at 33.50. So, but it was a really nice short, and the reason is because if you took size on this, I wanted this stock to pop at the open to 35, which is exactly what I wrote. I want you to see what I wrote. ABTX will pop at the open to $35. Once it does, give it room to 36 in case it pull, and then get yourself a 2 to 3 point pullback. So I'm guaranteeing you that if you follow these notes, you're going to get 35 pop at the open, start scaling in short, and you're going to get 2 to 3 points to the downside. It's already written. It's done. You don't even have to breathe. It's done. You want to see it? Ding, 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 ding. Pop it open to 35. Now count. How many points? Right? 35, 34, 33, 33.40. So almost 2 points solid trade. And in my opinion, it should still come down a little bit more. But you see how fun that was? All you had to do was just wait for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll give you 2 more we did. YY. I threw YY on because of the Amberella news. And I was just looking at it and I said to myself, oh man, this is a nice short. But before I want to short it, I want to pop the stock. I want you to look how I wrote this. Ready? YY. This is gapping down $1.35 on the Amberella news. I want the stock to pop at open. I would short here at 55.80. Oh my gosh. I wrote too fast. And I wanted to go to 56.75. That's what I wrote. Oh my God. I wish my guy would they will simply gap fill. Oh, now I know what I said now. Okay. I want a long here at 55.80. I want to give it room in case it pulls because the stock's going to pop at open at 56.50. When it pops at 56.50, you're going to get a 1 to 2 point pullback. That's right. That's exactly what I wrote. Perfect. I was getting mad at myself there for a second. So I wanted you to long the stock for quick money out of the gate. And if it pulled on you, I didn't want you to worry. I want you to get your money. Just add to your position. But the stock will hit 56.50. And when it does, then and only then do I want you to fade the stock. Okay? I want you to see how YY is set up to perfection. Ding, 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 ding. There it is. There's the pop it open to 55.50 right there. Scale in short. And guess where I said it would come down? Bam, 55 a share. Isn't that beautiful? Just a slam dunk trade. And I will give you one more. Nectar. This is a beautifully written, well-scripted trade in our room. And on this particular one, this one I got a downgrade. Now I want you to see how I wrote this for the traders in the room. I did not want anyone long in the stock unless it hit 1740. I felt very strongly if I saw 1740, I would probably get a curl and I would fill this gap up to 18, maybe 1820, top it off, and then short it. If it did not hit 1740, the stock was going to collapse to 1650 and under. Simple. See how simple that is? Because you're trading with a pro. Look how I wrote it. Ding, 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 ding. Nectar. All right. Once this hits 1740, it should be a long and gap fill. If it does not, the stock is going to 1650 and under. See how it was written? For traders to be able to capitalize, just wait for it to happen. Watch the pop. Doesn't hit, short the stock. Take it to 1650. You see how fun that was? Just easy trades. And we can go on and on. I had a list of 12, 13 trades. And remember when I always told you to buy OSTK? Remember I begged you to buy that $10 stock? Remember I scream it in the chat room over and over? If it's $10, you got to buy it. Look at it today. 12 bucks. Remember First Solar yesterday? That sell-off was ridiculous. It hit this morning, or it hit this morning, 58.20. And JP Morgan just put I think an $80 price target on it too. If the market wasn't pulling, this thing would be up. Hey, that's today's webinar. I'm glad you listened. It's a little bit longer than normal, but I wanted to get you attached to the emotional side of trading too. Know that it's just not all about charts. You got to be in a room that really can listen to you. But today, I'm sorry, we blew it out of the park today. This was a day you needed to be in this room because I don't think anybody else had anything what we were doing. So anyway, thank you for joining us. Thank you.